finish talking about Assassin's Creed and talking about how people are fake activists for cause they don't believe in, being racist, sexist, gayist, let's talk about people who are actually fighting for causes they believe in. Workers' rights in the gaming sector. So I don't know when the first one happened, but apparently another Activision division has voted to unionize. Activision User Research Union, CWA, is the latest union to emerge in the North American video gaming industry. And off rip, before we even get into the article, off rip, you know what's one of the things that make working in America both one of the greatest and worst things at the same time? It's great that America has stuff like union, because that means people who work in industries where it isn't clock in, clock out every day, they're more likely to have rights and stuff like that, and fair pay, and someone to go to if they get fucked over on the job by somebody trying to do them dirty. That's the good thing about it. Bad thing about it is if you have, I don't know, let's just say hypothetically we have a dumbass president in office, right, who starts doing shit like trying to bring, I don't know, stuff like factories, just randomly, for example, stuff like factories back to America. The downside to it is, in a situation like that, that would be a big preventer in incentivizing large companies to do that, because there's a lot of stuff that deals with worker rights and unions, and over here in America you have to adhere to that. And I know there's workarounds, there's ways around, there's lobbying, there's all this stuff, but as of right now you'd have to adhere to all of that stuff. If you wanted to start up a company and do all that other crazy stuff and pay less or not adhere to those rules, which would be significantly cheaper and give you a way larger return of investment, you would have to do that overseas. So again, unions are one of the great things about American innovation, and rarely does it ever have a downside, especially for the average person. Because I feel like if you're a CEO who makes billions of dollars for every passing minute in a day, trillions of dollars for every passing year, you should have to follow a lot of rules, because after a certain amount of money, you're just fucking greedy. You have more money than broke countries, and that's still a lot of money. Nigga, have you ever seen $1 million, let alone $1 trillion in person? I guarantee you haven't, because most people, statistically speaking, will make less than $5 million across their entire life. Okay? Going back to this article, officially called the Activision User Research Union, CWA. This is the first video game researcher union of its kind in the North American video game industry. A press release about the union's formation explains that it wants to fight for better wages and job security for those working in user research at the Call of Duty maker. So I'm guessing this is for playtesters. Let's read the press release if it's not too long. Okay, it's not dumb long. On Friday, a supermajority they voted in favor. Activision Research is the first group of video game user researchers to form a union, joining over 2,000 workers at Microsoft-owned studios to organize under the company's neutrality agreement with the CWA. Basically, they got an agreement that says we not on bad timing with the CWA. What does that stand for? Just so I know. Do a bit of research real quick. Communication Workers Union. What is the CWA? No, I don't want the AI overview. Let's see if they got site about. There we go. Every employer should treat us with dignity and respect, providing good pay, benefits, work conditions. CWA representation gives you a real voice in your workplace and future. I'm still a little bit confused, but what I'm guessing, when I say I'm confused, I don't mean like I read that and I didn't retain the information. I meant in terms of I'm just spitballing here because I don't have like an expert sitting here telling me. So my guess is basically if you want to start a union and you want your union to have like a backbone and some infrastructure, you go to these people and they either are the infrastructure or they provide you the resources to be able to reach out to the infrastructure. The Again, I'm spitballing here. If I'm wrong, correct me. You're a fucking creative agency and you work with creative agencies, yet your ass is out here starting sentences with conjunctions. With the union, user researchers are help. What the fuck does that mean? Let me see. Because I think that's just another way to say playtester. What is a UX researcher? Systematically study target users to collect and analyze. Okay, so they're the people who ask the playtesters questions, going off the Google's definition. User researchers are hoping to secure significant improvements at their workplace, including higher wage jobs, job security and protections amid record-breaking layoffs, which, yeah, every fucking week we're getting an article. This legacy studio, important studios laying off half their staff. This studio is laying off half their staff. This important dude who brought to you 9 banger games in a row that sold millions and millions day one just stepped the fuck down and just decided to make their own studio because they said fuck this shit, I'm out. And they took half the staff that made those great games with them, the half that was actually doing shit with them. In the video game industry and transparency around promotions and career advancement. We are excited to join our fellow game makers across the video game industry to show what's possible when workers can freely build solidarity in the workplace. Many of us were mobilized to do something about the layoffs in 2023 and 4, and now we can look out for each other with a union, said organizing committee member and quantitative, I had to take a second, I had to slow my ass down, I ain't gonna sound stupid, and quantitative user research, Nicholas Van Meerten. In the video game industry, user research focuses on understanding player opinions, behaviors, and needs to deliver insights to their development teams. So exactly what I said. Basically, they watch the playtesters play the game. They say, hey, bruh, why you do that in the game? And they say, hey, it just felt right. And they say, okay, you were not supposed to do that at all in the game. Noted. And they go and they tell the developers in developer talk. So instead of saying, yo, dude got this part in the game and they did this thing, they break it down in terms of, okay, the way that you design this, psychologically, the player's first instinct is to do insert action X, Y, and Z, but instead their inclination is to do these things. What you thought is that they were going to put the square block in the square hole and the circle block in the circle hole, but what they did is they realized that every block fits in the square hole. You need to fix that. That's basically a simple version of what happens. A union allows workers to, I'm pretty sure y'all know what a union does. It gives workers rights. Well, it doesn't directly give workers rights, but it makes sure that the employers give you rights and that they follow up. Because like an employer could say, yeah, bro, I'm gonna give them $15 an hour. At the end of the week, you get your check and it's $20, and you like, I worked 40 hours this week. I get a $20 check if the pay is $15 an hour. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. You'll be alright. I'll be alright, nigga. Fuck alright. This is not what we agreed upon. What a union does is they step in and say, you're damn right, that's not what was agreed upon. Pay him that money or you're gonna have to pay. And we're not just talking about him. We mean you're going to pay. Your company gonna hurt. We're gonna hurt your bottom line. And your company might get shut the fuck down. Play with us if you want to. And they basically go, oh my God, here's the rest of your money, bitch ass nigga, telling ass nigga, snitch ass nigga, bitch ass nigga, pussy ass nigga. Matter of fact, next week I'm lowering your hours. Then that's where the union comes in and says, are you trying to retaliate against him for reporting you for your what's the term I'm looking for? It's not inaction, inability. Oh, for your gross negligence and not paying him the pay that he was owed? Is that what you're doing? You're engaging in retaliatory practices? No. I was just joking. Oh. So that's how y'all joke? That is unacceptable. And they just gotta walk away and take that on a bunny hop. That's basically what they do in my fun way of explaining it. So now that we have that context going on, the massive number of layoffs the video game industry has seen over the past couple of years was also cited as a reason for the union's formation. Yeah. Niggas don't want to go broke because your CEO's a fucking idiot and everybody in the company told the CEO, hey bruh, if you do that idea, it's not gonna work out. And the nigga said, well, what if we still do it anyway? They're basically saying we don't want to suffer for that. The CWA confirms that there are now over 2,000 unionized workers at the Microsoft-owned studio Activision, unionization efforts began at Activision several years ago in the wake of the civil rights lawsuit against Activision Blizzard, where basically, if y'all don't know the full story, it's a lot of videos that give you the full story, and I've talked about it in pieces in the past, but at Blizzard specifically, it was other stuff in there about other studios, but mostly Blizzard specifically, there was a lot of weird freak ball stuff going on. And when I say freak ball, I don't mean people looking at an ass of their employees saying, yo, her ass fat. No, I mean people walking up to the female employees, grabbing them by the ass, bending them over, humping them over the I mean freak ball. Hey, yo, that's what you be doing in a workplace? Level stuff. Raven Software was the first studio to unionize, and Microsoft had to agree to allow unionization efforts at its studios during the process of acquiring Activision Blizzard. That opened up the door to unions like this one and others at Microsoft-owned companies like ZeniMax Online. They recently announced the United Video Game Workers CWA Union at GDC 2025 for those not working at a company like Microsoft. Basically, if you want to get down with us, make sure you get down with us now. In this article, I'm going to definitely watch the demo. And I'm going to read more of this off stream. And I'm going to skim through it now, even though it's short. But what I was talking about the other day, when it comes to all this AI and voice acting stuff, just so y'all don't think I'm crazy, y'all don't think I'm just pulling stuff out my ass, when I'm saying that these companies are rushing to deprioritize humans in the process as much as they can because it is way cheaper to do so. This is an example. This company is using AI to give people American sounding accents. So we're gonna read the article here and there, but what it sounds like is exactly what I was saying. They're trying to make it so that, not even sounds like it, I think it is exactly what I was talking about, where it's like anything they could do to go, oh, we're gonna make the AI have a different accent, and then we're gonna make the AI learn to have the tonal variance in the voice so that it sounds like a human, so that it has those little mistakes in it. But the thing about tonal variance is, if you program tonal variance, it's gonna sound wrong. If you algorithmize tonal variance, it's gonna sound wrong. Tonal variance in a human isn't based off of some super crazy mathematical algorithm. Nigga, if my tonal variance changes, whether I'm in the bathroom or whether I'm in a sound isolated recording studio. That's why you sound good in the bathroom, but if you go in the studio and record a song, you realize, wow, I'm ass, I really can't sing. But when you go in your bathroom and go, I wanna go to the moon, and you hear all that reverb, you're like, wow, how can I come soon? And you're like, wow, I sound really good even though I'm singing a song from a Roman saluter. Let's watch this demo video first.
Hi everyone. My name is Mandovi and I'm a senior project manager at a global technology company. Given the global and diverse culture of
how the fuck is Krisp gonna change this one?
our company, my accent can sometimes make it difficult for others to fully understand me.
And also, look. I'm not trying to be a weirdo. I'm being real. I know people that say whenever they call a customer service line and they hear, hello, how you doing, my friend? They want to hang the fuck up because they just already assume they're going to get shit service. Because a lot of the time, these companies, larger companies, will have these phone call centers in India that they pay and they send like scripts to for them to do call center stuff where they don't be knowing what the hell they talking about. And because they don't speak English too well, they're told just read the script. And if you don't know what to do, just keep reading the script. And I had a call center type job before once for like a week, and I had to quit that shit because I was like, oh hell no. When you go in there, they tell you no matter what, read the script. If they ask for a manager, try and keep them on the phone, but send them to a manager if they keep insisting. Do not break off script. Even if you know in your heart you should break off script and you know how to tell them how to get around that problem. Don't, because you're gonna get in trouble. So Like I said, like the understanding people part is a part of it, but it's also ideas and stereotypes and presentation. Because remember, in the business world, people give a fuck about how they look at all times. At all times, they must look and present themselves a certain way. Now, whether it's effective or not, that's a whole different conversation. But at all times, they want to look and present themselves in a certain way. And certain people get certain notions if they hear certain accents and things like that. It's fucked up, but it's real. Now, I hate all call center niggas equally because none of you motherfuckers know what the fuck you're talking about. And when you send me to the manager, all you're really doing is sending me to your homeboy that's gonna play phone tag and send me back to you. Fuck all y'all, alright? I know y'all just doing your job, but fuck what you represent. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, if I saw you on the street, I wouldn't beat you with a brick. But if I saw a physical representation of your job, I would definitely try and strangle that motherfucker with my belt if I got one on. And if not, I'm gonna go to the nearest person and I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, no fondle, but I'm gonna need that belt from you, gangsta. I'm gonna need that real quick. So like I said, it's more factors into it. Do not be fooled.
That's why I use Krisp's accent conversion feature.
Also, another question I have about this is, what accents do you have this program? What accents can this convert to and from? Because you have to teach it in Indian accent and what the differences are between that and an English accent for it to know the difference to convert and make things sound different. What about sub accents? Because there's English accents, but there's Southern English accents. There's Northeastern accents, like DMV type stuff. There's Eastern accents, like New York and stuff like that. And even when in New York, there's certain different linguistic nuances you could recognize that is different from an Italian Brooklyn accent and a Black Brooklyn accent. So I'm gonna need some more specification and clarification when it comes to that.
As you can see, when I turn accent conversion on, AI adjusts my accent to make my speech clearer.
Also, another thing I want y'all to keep in mind while we're watching this is that a lot of tech demo stuff is edited just to show and explain a concept or idea to you, and that's never how this shit worked. You want an example? Go look back at the Microsoft trailer for Project Milo. None of that shit was actually running natively on the Kinect. It was just a visualization to give niggas an idea.
While preserving my voice's unique characteristics.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Because I can hear the frequency changes in your voice. It's recording your voice and re-rendering it. It's not keeping the characteristics of your voice. It's actually outputting a generic voice. A lot of people won't know. A lot of people aren't capable of noticing shit like that, but because I deal with audio and vocals all damn day, every day, I know that. And I deal with it at a higher level of understanding than the average person. I will notice, and I am.
This helps me communicate more effectively without worrying about being misunderstood.
No, it doesn't, because now you sound like a robot. Now I trust you even less than if I hear an Indian accent. Whether an Indian accent is trusted or understood just goes down to racism. But now that I'm hearing a robot voice, now I'm twice as fucking mad. Because now I'm supposedly speaking to a person, and all you gonna hear is me on the other side of the phone. Operator! I want to operate! Let me choose for operator! Representative! Operator! Representative! That's gonna be people on the other side of the phone because they gonna think they talking to a robot still. And technically they kinda are.
It eliminates the need to repeat myself, making conversations flow more smoothly and
No, it doesn't.
reducing miscommunication. It also boosts my productivity by letting me focus entirely on my message.
I didn't know I would hit this button so much. You know what another part of this is also for? It's also going to get people more and more comfortable with the idea of talking to AI-like and AI-sounding voices. You know what that's going to do? That's going to put these people who don't have a difficult but have a job that they really fucking depend on the fuck up out of here. Because I'm not going to lie, it's not hard to be a call center representative. I've done it. I know. I didn't quit because I didn't get out of the job because I was fired. Nigga, I quit. I did not want to do this shit. Okay? It's not hard to be a call center representative. You can easily automate that shit to an AI, and the way they tell people to do it is basically an automated AI. When you call that phone number, you will not be speaking to a person anymore.
Rather than adjusting my speech. Whether in internal meetings or calls with global customers, Krisp ensures everyone hears me clearly, helping me collaborate better and build stronger connections.
Now, I have turned accent conversion off so you can hear the difference.
I'm not gonna lie, one of the key things about doing international and overseas trade and things like that is interacting with people of different cultures and different markets. Because the way that people in an Indian market may receive a product may not be the same as an American market. Like, for example, the Chick-fil-A eat cow not chicken ads would never fucking fly in India, because in India the popular religions over there all say if you eat a cow, nigga, you are the worst person walking the earth. Versus over here in America, Christianity and like the Catholicism and all those related religions, Judaism, all say eating pork is the worst thing you can ever do while walking the planet. So if you didn't know, or you didn't have connection with like the Indian market or like an Indian individual or something like that, you would never think, hey, the idea of Chick-fil-A ads being eat cow not chicken would be fucking terrible over there, because cows are sacred to them. When you do things like this, you remove the part of society that forces people to learn about other cultures so that they can understand the way that other markets are. Like, if you don't truly get down and dirty and understand how other markets are, it's very hard to succeed in them. Stuff like this just makes it easier for people to say, oh no, do this and that instead. Oh no, do this and that instead. And the people who do it the old school analog way are gonna be the people who succeed. And I'm a very technologically forward thinking person. A lot of people, when it comes to art and AI right now, even people who such as myself are artists, would consider themselves artists, not so much in traditionally every day I sit down with a pen and paper, but I do create visual art. And I'm not just talking about my thumbnails, I'm talking about like just art in general, stuff I create that I just never show. And even when I'm just making random assets for random shit like crosshairs and Marvel Rivals, I do a lot of my own art. Okay? Whenever I make my album arts for my music, I do my own art. So as someone as an artist, you would think I would say AI art is the goddamn devil. But no, I use AI art. I use AI in general. I think there are ethical ways to use AI. I am a very technologically forward thinking person when it comes to aspects such as that. You have to learn to weaponize what will be weaponized against you, or else you're going to be the example of when the conquistadors and stuff like that came to America and they shot at the Native Americans with guns. When they pulled out that stupid ass musket and said "bow," and a hole appeared in the nigga chest, and they said "ah." When they started giving them blankets that they went "achoo" on, and natives started dying in droves because all that shit was never introduced to their immune system. If they knew that those blankets had shit that was never in their immune system, they would have never accepted those blankets, or they could have developed vaccination methods if they had those at the time. I don't really know the history when it comes to that, because that wasn't in my history book, and I'm not Native American, so nobody went out their way to teach me that, and it's kind of hard for me to just naturally find information other than mythology about that. They didn't know about vaccinations and stuff like that. They didn't know about the common cold. So Achu literally killed them niggas. A musket, a stupid ass bow. Hand me that bag of gunpowder. That shit had them motherfuckers going ho, getting low and running. That's basically what's happening. That's basically what's happening when it comes to like this whole AI thing. Like, you have to weaponize whatever is going to be used against you in the future so that it doesn't affect you as much as it affects everybody else. Because it's always gonna be people who say, oh, fire's not gonna be revolutionary, and now everybody uses fire for damn near everything every day. There's always gonna be people that says fire's never gonna change anything. You should always eat your meat raw. Not literally, but metaphorically, like they're gonna try and fight the future. That's what's going on with this. This is not so much in fighting the future, but this is so much de-incentivizing you to learn what is a critical skill. Cause like, dog, different markets grow differently. You have to sell differently in those different markets, and dealing with people of different culture forces you to understand that market. Like this is like trying to bring the Glock brand to England to sell to citizens for guns for home and self-defense. It's like, bro, they don't have the right to bear arms like we do in America. Like in America, no matter what happens, the right to bear arms can never be fully taken from the citizens. It can be neutered. You can limit who can access it, but you can never say no citizen in America can bear an arm. Fuck no. That's constitutionally illegal. And play with that constitution if you want to. See what happens.
Without it, my natural accent is more noticeable, which can sometimes make it harder for others to fully understand me.
Learn, pussy. Learn, pussy. If she's speaking in perfect English and you can't understand it, that's your fault, bitch ass nigga. Let's stop. That's another thing. Let's stop accommodating to niggas who won't take a second to do a fucking second of understanding. If you can't step out your own body and understand another nigga speaking perfect English, it's fuck you. It's not like she got a legitimate speech impediment or something like that where she's like while she's talking. Like, no, nigga, she's talking in a regular ass voice. If you can't take time out your day to understand what the fuck she was saying, or figure out how to politely say, can you please go over that again, because of your accent I didn't catch that. If you can't politely say that and start paying attention and learning to listen to this accent, if you don't pull up a fucking Bollywood English film, like one of those films where they have like the Bollywood actors like read the English versions of scripts and stuff like that, nigga, that's your fault for being stupid.
Fast-paced discussions.
Now I have turned it back on. While I embrace my accent, clarity is key in professional.
This, I'm not going to go into the whole code switching thing, but this also goes into code switching where people quote unquote try to sound more white when they're in business professional spaces, but that's another can of worms we're not opening today.
That's why I rely on Krisp. It ensures I'm always in.
Also, I just thought about it. That's where I recognize Krisp from. This is the thing that be fucking up my mic and Discord calls. Fuck Krisp. Fuck your whole company.
My voice authentic.
Bitch, I got a whole... Oh wait, I forgot. This is under a bunch of bullshit. Oh wait, this one isn't tethered down. Nigga, I got 2 Elgato Wave 1 microphones. Niggas be in Discord, bro, I can't understand you while your mic cutting in and out. I go on my Discord settings, stupid ass Krisp is on. Fuck your whole company.
Making conversations effortless. Thank you for watching this demo.
Code switching like a motherfucker, and if y'all know how I feel about code switching, I'm not code switching for shit. I'm not saying you should go on your job and be like, yo, what did my dad tell niggas to suck my dick? I'm not saying you should talk like that in a professional setting. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. But if I say I was talking to my friend the other day, if I say in a work setting, yeah, I was talking to my mans the other day, right? And he was telling me about this business opportunity that we could get into that will benefit us. And you don't understand what I'm saying, because what is talking? It's talking. You're gonna what me a question? You're gonna ask me a question? Nigga, that's racism. That's racism. Bitch, you know what I said. Talking, pussy, talking. Anyway, I don't think I have to read the article. I think that proves and goes into what I was talking about enough in terms of what I was saying. Like, yo, they are trying. Now, I'm not trying to fearmonger or nothing like that. What I'm trying to do is arm you with knowledge so that instead of when this stuff happens, you're going, oh my God, I wish I had a warning. You're ahead of the curve. Because there's going to be some people who don't want to be ahead of the curve. Not you, though. If you're not ahead of the curve, it's because you're lazy. Because I done told you, nigga. I done showed you. I done made it entertaining for you. But let's start talking about that topic, and let's specifically talk about how a former PlayStation boss said that he was definitely concerned about the ballooning budgets of AAA games and questioned how many live service forever games like GTA Online and Fortnite fans really have time for. And I really wanted to bring this up because I don't even want to talk about the article too much. I just want to read the quotes and show you that I'm not fucking crazy. The same thing I've been saying for a very long time, that niggas, when they play games, they don't play games because they want to try out the latest and greatest games. They are, I want to talk to my friends. What are my friends doing? Playing Grand Theft Auto to talk to me. So I am playing Grand Theft Auto to talk to them. All my friends been playing Fortnite since 2020, and it's 2025. You think I'm getting on Stampede Racing Royale? Nigga, you think we're getting on Multiverses? Nigga, you think we're getting on fake ass Call of Duty X Defiant? No, nigga, we're hopping on Fortnite, the same game we've been hopping on since the last 5 years that got me through all these hard times. Bro, when COVID started, was 2020. It is 2025. COVID was a high school graduation cycle ago. Let me repeat that. COVID was a high school graduation cycle ago. Nah. They still in denial. They still going, no, stop. The Corbin Blue 19 worldwide pandemic was over a high school graduation cycle. It's been 5 years. We're coming up on a full 5 years. I know people who started high school in the 20th year after the year 2000 that finished it last year or are finishing it this year, depending on like the year where they joined and all that are finishing it. And guess what? They played through all those times and they still gonna play. Okay, just like you want to go back and play Crash Bandicoot from when you was a kid, or you want to go like I go back and play Super Smash Bros. 2 still to this day, even though I know that if I take my bias away, that it's still one of the greatest games of all time. Fuck you thought this was? Anyway, Layton specifically said that he's definitely concerned about it. He thinks it's an existential threat to gaming that we see these balloons, that's the headline one, go up. The risk tolerance goes to zero pretty fast, which is something I keep saying. If I gotta spend $100 billion on this game, nigga, I better get a return of investment. Number one. Number two, I'm gonna be less likely to greenlight a new IP if I gotta spend all this damn money on it. Cause I wanna make sure this game gonna make some more money. What you think is gonna make more money? More live service slot? Or a sequel to a game in a pre-established franchise? Nigga, go with that pre-established franchise before I smack the fuck out of you. Which they can't literally say that because, you know, union laws and stuff like that. But that's basically what they saying. And like that other Sony CEO said, he said they weren't specifically rejecting it, but you know they're more likely to accept this over that. So what are people going to present? There might be a couple here and there, but you know what the answer is 9 times out of 10 before you walk in there. And you know if you do walk in there with that question and they do give you a yes, you know what's next. How you gonna make money off of it, being that it's a new IP, because we don't want to spend a lot on marketing. Something like God of War 3. Nigga, that markets itself. Something like The Last of Us 3, that markets itself. Something like Infamous 4, that could market itself. Nigga, God of War, who? I mean, not God of War. You want to do something new like South of the Midnight? What? Who? What the fuck is that? A new game? I guess, nigga. And let's be real, even though South of Midnight, it looks like it's gonna be a great game that the black community is championing. Which one you think is gonna sell more? South of Midnight or Doom the Dark Ages? I think the gaming franchise that's been around before I've been alive in the 90s or 80s, whichever one, is gonna sell more. That's just me though. Yeah, well, let me show you the buckets of not great successes. Concord's left and right. He adds that people shouldn't dwell on failures of the past, but definitely try and take a lesson from it. Whether it's finding a way to dial down the cost or just attack a whole new market again. Yeah, there's a lot of neglected markets going on. Not everything has to be a goddamn Soulsborne. Let action games be action games. Let's get some more beat 'em ups. Let's get some more games where you smash your head against the controller after a day of hard work and everything on the screen just dies and it's a bunch of flashing colors and you go, that was relaxing, man. Not every game has to be hard. Not every game. I shouldn't have to break my ankle and go, God, please take this leg that I just cut off as a sacrifice so that I may be able to win this boss before 29 hours pass. After I've already been fighting the boss for a week. I shouldn't have to do that for every game. Some games should be hard, difficult, balls to the walls. Some games should be color stimulation, pew, 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 every 5 seconds. Some games should be chill though to balance that out. Some games shouldn't be difficult. Some games shouldn't be overstimulating. I may not enjoy every cozy game, but you know, every once in a while, I like to boot up Power World to get away from the stress of Marvel Rivals, a game that's pew, 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 overstimulating my ADHD having ass every 6 seconds. Let's bring the variety in the gaming and keep it there. Yeah, let's hit, and this goes back to what I was saying in the AI voice thing. Not like every market shouldn't be one market. Everybody shouldn't be trying to cater to one market. And even the article I read the other day where Masahiro Sakurai was saying, yo, I don't understand why Japanese developers are trying to make non-Japanese games. You're not, and it goes back to what Tyler the Creator was saying about, yo, I don't know why white boy from Ohio is trying to make music like black nigga from the projects of Atlanta. That's not you, bro. You eat a Snickers. Oh my God, you're still rapping like that after the Snickers? Nigga, you know you're not like that. You're really a pretender then. So it's like, be yourself. Hit more markets. Stop trying to hit the it market and hit the market you succeed in, nigga. After this, he discusses a trend of excitement around live services. Yeah, because they could potentially print money forever. But the thing is, in order to print money, you have to buy the printer. Wait. I need to say that again. I need to do a pose with it. The thing that a lot of these studios don't understand is in order to make a game that prints money, you need to buy the money printer first. Hold on. Gotta hit him with the plastic. I don't take pictures that often, pose. Okay. I'm definitely clipping that, bro. That was hard. That emerged following the Corbin Blue 19 pandemic, acknowledging that many developers and publishers tried to get a piece of that pie. He continues, what we're learning over time, and maybe time was the only teacher here, how many games of live service can really be viable in the market at the same time? How many forever games can one person actually play? And then how do you grow a market against that? Realm Royale came out before Fortnite, was popular before Fortnite. Realm Royale shut down because you niggas don't know what the fuck that is. It's where Fortnite got the idea from, just in case you don't know. And what is the idea? You don't know what Realm Royale is? Google it. Google it and let your mind be blown. While a lot of people have tried, Layton says it seems really hard to break into that magnificent 7, as he points to successes like GTA Online, Fortnite, Apex, even though that one has had a hard decline, so on and so forth. As that person notes, there's also the issue of games competing for players' time and convincing them to play new things opposed to their old favorites. And a lot of people have trauma bonded with these games. Again, a lot of people have had time to go through high school playing Apex Legends. There are people who played Apex, who started high school in 2020 and played Apex Legends throughout high school and are graduating or have graduated. So these games are a part of people's childhoods. People love their childhood games. These games are still going on, still accessible, and they can still funnel more and more money into it on top of having already funneled money to it. I know people who've had Roblox accounts in like 2010 that still play Roblox as grown-ass adults with kids that also play Roblox. And I'm not talking about no cool 25 swaggy something mom. No, I'm talking about niggas in their 40s, bro. I know niggas 40s, 45 playing Roblox that aren't pedophiles. Like, there are a lot of pedophiles on Roblox, I'm not gonna front. But I know niggas that full-blown aren't pedophiles with their own kids playing Roblox. That game came out in like 2010, bro. Niggas went from elementary school to having kids about to graduate in elementary school, going to middle school, going to high school. Been playing Roblox for the last 15 years. Let me repeat that. Niggas been playing Roblox for the last 15 years. Even if it is off and on. Niggas is not getting off these games. Not everybody can last 15 years and still keep expanding. Some games can't expand past 5. And it is what it is. And then it also comes a problem of upgrading it to new technology as it goes on. Like, Epic owns Unreal Engine, so doing some shit like making Fortnite work on both potatoes and newer computers and consoles with all the ray tracing, graphics, lighting stuff is way easier for them than other studios, because other studios gotta pay for that software on top of learning how to use it. Epic literally makes the fucking software, so if there's a feature that they need in there that's not in there, they just add it in there. They don't have to reach out to a group of niggas or find people who are specialists in making that thing in an engine that is not already in and putting it there and hoping that it works. You gotta call people from Epic to come tell you how the Epic joint works so that you can put your feature in there. Nah, they own the engine. So it's certain stuff like that where it's like a lot of these studios, they just hear live service and they over there like dogs. But again, you want a money printer but you can't afford a printer, nigga. How you gonna print the money? There's a switching cost, he adds, giving an example of a Destiny 2 player trying to convince their friends to try out a new looter shooter with them. Yeah, at the time when Destiny came out, nobody heard of that shit, nobody wanted to play that shit. And now, unless you're fucking crazy, nobody still plays that shit. They go, nah, we're not feeling it. And then you go, hey, I'm not feeling it either. Okay, we'll just stay where we are. You see what that is? You see what that is? That's what I be talking about. People play games socially. If I tell my friends, hey guys, let's check out this game that's meant to be played with people, and the people I play games with don't want to play it, nigga, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing this game by myself. That's how most people play games, with people. A lot of people are struggling to fucking realize this, but I'm telling you, I'm shouting it from the mountaintops. People don't play games because there are gaming enthusiasts. Like, there are individuals like me where if all my friends don't play a game and I like it, I still play it. Nigga, I played the finals throughout all of 2024. None of my friends play that shit. And the only time any of my friends actually played that shit, besides when it came out because it was free to play, is when the fucking team deathmatch mode came out. I was able to play with a couple of the bros, get back on for once in a while. That's it. I played that game for a year by myself. Begged my friends to get on the fucking game. Anyway, it's a conundrum that most of us have probably faced in the past. Having too many live service games on the go at once can be overwhelming. Yeah, and then on top of that, all those games got FOMO tactics to keep you on their game and not everybody else's game. Oh, we're doing this event, we're selling this skin, that after these next 30 days, there's no promise that we'll ever even be able to get the license to do this again. So now you want to hop on their game and engage in a FOMO event and get their exclusive free items or pay items before it goes away forever. Live service games are the devil, but even when they're not being the devil, it's like, bruh, it's just L's all around, L's all around. That being said, for anybody who is in the stream currently, I am about to switch over to TikTok. That being said, all you have to do is go over to my TikTok page or wait a moment. I'm getting ready to reset my fucking stream and play Rivals. See you in a second. I'm gonna probably type reload, but if not, just keep reloading your tab. Doo-doo.